This video is on the British Seagull outboard, two-stroke mix, ratios and different types of oils you can use. I suppose first of all you want to determine what ratio you're going to need for your particular seagull. Now when you go online it'll probably give you a ratio like 10 to 1 is the most common one there, and it actually says it on a lot of the caps. You can see this one here, British Seagull 1 in 10, which is the same thing as 10 to 1. So it's 1 part oil to 10 parts fuel. But what you want to do, if I had an engine that I didn't know myself and I wanted to check the ratio, if you bought one or someone gave you one, you could I check the needle on the Villiers carb. So you'd be taking out this needle here and you'll be checking the number on the side of the needle. If it's a number 3 it's a 10 to 1. If it's a number 2 you have a 25 to 1, or a 2.5, it'll be 25 to 1 as well. Now the number 2 and number 2.5 are kind of they have been converted to the 25 to 1. The standard needle would be the number 3. Some needles might have actually nothing on them. That's the new type needle as well, that's the 25 to 1. That's on the Villiers carb, and on the Amel carb you have a jet number 45, it's a 10 to 1. A 50 is a 10 to 1, and a 40 is a 25 to 1. You need to take out your jet back here. Now I have a video up on how to take the jets out of that and how to take the needle out of this one. The Bing carb, that's there as well. You can see it there, has the little steel cover on the outside of it there. That's the Bing carb. If you have that particular carb, it will actually run anywhere from 10 to 1 to 25 to 1 without any adjustments or any anything needles or anything to be swapped over. So that's the actual ratios, and here again it says it here for your fuel mixture in your book. It just means it should be thoroughly mixed with the oil. Just gives you different types of oil you can use. Now it does say down here you could use SA30 mineral oil. I prefer to use the proper outboard oil, because when your machine is running, these seagulls run a lot cooler than a lot of standard 2 strokes. You know, I wouldn't be running motorcycle oil through it, or hedge trimmer 2-stroke oil or anything through that. You know, I'd be running the outboard 2-stroke oil in it, and make sure that it meets the requirements of TCW3 or TCW2. That way you should be covered. I usually make it up in a gallon at a time, so I'd be putting my my oil into the gallon, and I'd put my petrol in at a 10 to 1 ratio. Give it a good mix, and I'd even give it a shake every time I'd pick it up to fill it over the coming few days or week or so. Just make sure you keep your fuel fairly fresh as well. Make sure you've nothing there more than a couple of months old. I'd scrap anything that'd be more than that, just to be on the safe side. So that's more or less it on the 2-stroke oil. Just make sure you check those jets and needles in case it has been converted, but the 10 to 1 is the most common fuel mixture that's to go in. It does sound a bit much to have a 10 to 1 in it. You'll be thinking most of these strimmers and hedge cutters and all them, they're all 50 to 1. They have to be a 10 to 1 to seal up that crankcase. It won't seal up the crankcase on these lighter fuels, and probably lighter mixtures, but it probably won't run as good either. So you have to have that 10 to 1, or it may have been converted to that 25 to 1, but just make sure you check all that out. And that's more or less it. I have a video coming up on a seagull giveaway there as well soon. I'll be rebuilding it, and I'll be doing a giveaway online. I might even go live there some night and raffle it out. So if you subscribe there, you'll be able to pick up those upcoming videos. And that's it. So thanks for watching.